Na srácok, üdvözöllek titeket a Primordia végigjátszásunk harmadik epizódjánál. Ugye legutóbb ott hagytuk abba, hogy ezzel a harci robottal kell beszélnünk, és ezt gyorsan meg is ejtjük, mielőtt tovább megyünk. Egyébként meglepő lehet a túloldalról azt nézni, hogy amikor beszélgetek valami robottal, akkor inkább csendben vagyok, de azt szeretném, hogy inkább jobban figyeljetek arra, hogy mit mondanak ilyenkor a karakterek, meg a feliratokra koncentráljatok jobban, mint az én mondandómra. Amit meg akarok osztani, azt úgyis egy-egy szöveg lezavarása után elmondom, hogy ha van épp olyan. Na de akkor vágjunk bele.
Excuse me. Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company, reporting. Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5. A pleasure. Horatio Nullbuilt, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
This sod. Finally made a friendly and he's as cracked as Primer. No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Na akkor kérdezzük meg ezekről itt mind.
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No.
Zumi's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something, who knows what. The Metropolitans fried our civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in from Mappa. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march for Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Akkor miért is áll sorba?
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropol, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifle's jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropol won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
Just seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it cancelled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, but I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. Goodbye.
Hold on
Nos.
out, sir.
Ezzel kapcsolatban, ugye mint mondta, neki büntetése van, de mi szereztünk korábban egy kinyomatot, ami igazából Metropol törvényeit tartalmazza, és kattintsunk rá jobb klikkel, hogy tudjuk is, hogy mi ez.
The law and you, a metropolitan guide. It's written by Arbiter built. It explains about the refuge rule and says that, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives at Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage.
És innentől már oda is adhatjuk 187-esnek.
Under Metropole's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed. I shot that building pretty good.
Are you sure?
Think so.
És mivel neki nem elég ez, így el kell majd ide visszafelé is látogatnunk, de előbb mutatok valami kis apróságot, ami durván hozzátesz a játék hangulatához. Itt ez a kis robot, aki arra a buszra vár, ami innen pár képernyőnyire van lerobbanva. És hogy nézem, minden már.
I appreciate your sympathy.
Ahogy nézem, minden már látszik a Underworks, vagyis a lenti rész, ahol korábban voltunk, elég durván. Na de, szomorú robot.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home.
Megcsoda zene megy a háttérben. Igen, ilyen kis hangulati elemekkel dobták fel a játékot még pluszba. Azon felül, hogy ilyen sötét hangulatú városban játszódik. Egyébként nagy részére ennek ugye nem jutunk el, és mégis van ott, mint látjátok, háttéranimáció rendesen, ott is mozognak robotok. Na de menjünk a dolgunkra. Ugyanis most 187-esnek tennünk kell valamit. Megnézni valamit.
Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5. I am Metromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Oké. Igazából meg is tehetem, mielőtt oda felmegyünk, hogy beszélek Leopolddal. És megkérem, hogy mutassa a cuccait. Mint azt már sokszor megtette. Ugyanis most már meg tudjuk szerezni ezt a memóriaolvasót, és ez nekünk később kelleni is fog. Tehát ezt a korongot odaadom érte. Ez is korong, azt mondja.
Fine trade, Tyro. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
This is really starting to get annoying.
Így van, Crispin, igazad van, de szerencsére megmaradt a régi energiakeresőnkből, vagy szenzorunkból csatlakozó, szóval kombináljuk.
That was easy.
És kombináljuk ezt az adattárolóval.
Even easier.
Kész is vagyunk. Ezt később majd fel fogjuk tudni használni, illetve mindazt, amit itt láttok. Talán ezt a felvételt leszámítva, mert ezt nem tudom, hogy hol kell aktiválni. Erre nem jöttem még rá. Oké, akkor menjünk, és még útba ejtem előtte Oswaldot.
Well, if it isn't my dear friend Horatio, to what do I owe the pleasure? Have you come to relieve me of another belonging?
But Rex is right here.
For the moment. Soon his visitation with Cornelius will begin.
I'm sorry.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
És további kérdések, mint az szokott lenni.
Firstly, because he is arrogant, incompetent, and dishonest. And secondly, because I once loaned him something of great sentimental value to me and he lost it.
So why'd you ever like him in the first place?
I cannot say.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Oké. Ő itt el van, de nekünk kell az olaj is, szóval beszélgessünk itt a bár tulajdonossal, és ha várunk egy picit, ha minden igaz, akkor hamarosan ad egy papírt. Így is van,
It's a note to
olvassuk
the
el.
bartender. My programming requires me to serve Oswald, but he is consuming dangerous levels of oil. Please intervene.
Jó, ezt mindjárt meg is tesszük. Méghozzá úgy, hogy a eladóval Rexet
Let's try
megzavarjuk.
this.
Rex! Rex!
És amíg ő elsétál innen, addig én lenyúlom az olajat. Ez később hasznunkra válik. Meg Oswald hasznára is.
Somewhere in there is our power core.
This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Ja. Oké, viszont most akkor menjünk vissza 187-es, ez egy jól olvastam én egyáltalán a nevét. Tehát menjünk vissza oda, és mondjuk meg neki, hogy nem tett akkora hatalmas kárt, utána pedig megyünk a további dolgainkra. Hello, 187, ezek szerint jól olvastam.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Masonic t-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
És mint azt hallottátok, el is sétált. Na de, itt egyelőre nincs teendőnk, csak az akadályokat takarítottuk el, hogy bejussunk később a bíróság épületébe. Viszont ahhoz kell egy kulcskártya, csak úgy nem tudunk bemenni. Oké. Szóval, ahová nekünk most mennünk kell, feltéve, hogyha vajon van mit mondani a Horációnak?
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Sajnos nincs. Ezek szerint mindenképp meg kell néznünk azt a fejet ott lent. Majd látni fogjátok, hogy miről beszélek. Na de először van itt egy robot jobbra, akivel beszélnünk kell.
Oh, how? Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of a baddie and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Oké, kérdezgessük.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no fun for being a brother of mine.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves grind.
Really, don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No, bro.
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Drunken of honor from the cause we'd forsaken. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the metal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
Nos, ezek közül az infók közül arra volt szükségünk, amit legutóbb mondott a medáról, ugyanis ezt meg kell szereznünk, valamint ezt kell itt megkérdeznünk, mert ez egy fontos információt árul el.
Why primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
Ez igazából most egy apró segítség volt ez a hatalmas számlista, prím számokkal, de ezek közül nekünk csak a 3 jegyűek, amik fontosak, abból is már tudom egyébként, hogy melyik a megfelelő. De ott van egy számbillentyűzet, amit nem tudunk csak úgy úgymond felhasználni.
I can't possibly reach that.
Mert bizony elérhetetlen, de Crispin ebben segíthet nekünk. Az egér így is rosszalkodik,
Crispin,
jaj, de
can
jó.
you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can. Nem, 137-et mondtam, csak közben másfele figyeltem. Így, és majdnem elsőre kitaláltam. Fel fog nyílni a híd, és mehetünk be oda. Egészségedre, macsek. Remélem hallottátok.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
I am Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio Built, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
És akkor újabb karakter, akivel beszélgethetünk egy adagot.
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropole's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
Two other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler-built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler-built, and he is the servant of Metromind Man-built, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler-built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind. But I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
Na, nem is muszáj a többi dologról kérdezősködni, viszont itt van egy-két dolog, amit meg kéne nézni, mégpedig ez a fejét.
Hey, boss, doesn't that look like Oswald?
Yes, it does.
Ugyanis erről beszélnünk kell Oswalddal, mielőtt még benézünk Arbiterhez. Egy apróság miatt. Na, tehát irány a város fent. És gyerünk Oswaldhoz. Tudjunk beszélni valamiről, ami... akkor mégsem. Majd később, ha Clarity velünk lesz ezek szerint, akkor tudunk ő vele beszélni. Na, akkor kapásból irányuljunk a bírósághoz, ahol korábban már jártunk. Most van egy kártyánk, amivel be tudunk ide lépni, úgyhogy nagy probléma nem igazán van. Tehát eszköztár, belépőkártya és a szkenner használata. És menjünk be.
Ram and Rom. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on. Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nullbuilt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system.
Így is van. Menjünk oda és nézzük meg, hogy mi a helyzet.
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
Most igazából ezzel azt mondhatnánk, hogy vége az egésznek, de itt még bujkál valami a háttérben, csak úgy elárulom. Itt egy robot, amit érdemes közelről megnézni.
It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
Így van, és mivel Horatio nem látja a sötétben, hogy mi van, így egy lámpát használatba veszünk.
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her anyway. It looks like she shot herself.
Charityről nem tudom, hogy beszélte Clarity, de ő volt a testvére, ugye, aki de beszélt, aki kegyelemmel csinálta a dolgait. Úgy néz ki, lelőtte magát, viszont ki kell nyernünk egy-két apróságot az adattárából, úgyhogy csatlakoztassuk ezt.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. Withdraw from the council would...
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected.
Na már meg is jött valaki.
Surrender.
Hide.
Ezt gyorsan meg lehet igazából oldani, ezt a kis mini menekülős puzzle-t egy jeladóval, mégpedig használjuk ezen a gyorsírón.
Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
Halt. Halt. Halt.
Now.
Aztán hőseink kiszaladnak.
You are under arrest.
We tricked him.
Halt. Do not attempt to flee. Termination authorized.
What do you want?
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
And if I refuse?
Termination authorized.
I see.
Na és itt most igazából korábban 2 résszel említettem, hogy eltűnt egy tárgy Everfaithful által őrzött helyről. Ugye az egyik bombát mi vettük el, a másik pedig szimplán csak nem volt ott. Nos, Scraper nyúlta le a másikat, úgy tűnik. Itt lóg az oldalán egy tárgyként. Na, mondja csak a magadét nyugodtan, ugyanis én most megmutatom ezt. Az adatokban, hogyha átnézzük a korábbi ZLS részt, akkor 734-es hiányzik, és ugye nekünk van egy 6-os bomb prefixünk, tehát ezt használni tudjuk ő ellene. Tehát használjuk a távirányítót a tárgyon, állítsuk be a 6-os kódot az elejére, és 7 3 és 1, 2, 3, 4, ha jól emlékszem. Ja. Ilyen egyszerű puzzle-ök vannak, de hogyha nem figyeltek oda, akkor még ezt is el lehet siklasztani, és itt meg lehet akadni.
You got him, boss. You got him. Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core, and we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Na, itt később meg fog jelenni valami, mert sajnos úgy tűnik, hogy most még nem igazán akarja a játék kijelezni, hanem ha majd megtörtént egy bizonyos esemény, amit sajnos nem fogunk látni, mert meganimálva nincs, de majd a játék vége fele lesz úgyis esedékes a dolog.
Hey, where'd they go?
Így van, és most már mindenki eltűnt majdnem a városból. Na de akkor azt hiszem Oswalddal még hiába akarok
I don't have
beszélni.
anything to say to him right now.
Ja, csak akkor fog beszélni, hogyha Clarity is velem jön tényleg. Oké, akkor irány Clarityhez vissza, és beszéljük meg vele, hogy mi történt. Elmondjuk neki, hogy Arbiternek vége.
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No. It's not that. Arbiter is gone, and Charity is dead.
What?
Arbiter's system has been wiped. Charity... It looked like Charity shot herself. I'm sorry. It might not be what it seems. Maybe Metromind...
There are no maybes, Horatio. Only ones and zeros. And all I can see are zeros. My sister is dead. My builder is gone.
Clarity. I was able to download some of Charity's last memories. 2 of them are locked. Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password. Mercy.
I tell you, Metromind, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely. And when it is, we will progress beyond the law and enter a new Primordium.
Progress? Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
No, they are glitches inherent in any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
What do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer, and it will be your fault.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice. You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
I would never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter, only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity. Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
I was thinking, Your Honor, about Metromind, about her proposal to be made system administrator of Metropole.
And what have you concluded?
Your Honor,
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity.
what have I done?
Metromind. Here she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was. But first, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever right she claimed to your power core is null and void, so I will help you take it from her and Scraper. It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
As I was saying, we will need the key code. Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files. 03067, 440, and 26. But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities. But maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone. But secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased. And all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
Nos, ebből a néhány animációból azért kiderült egy-két dolog, mégpedig, hogy Arbiter azért formázta le saját magát, mert Charity elárulta őt. És innentől igazából Metromind szabad utat kapott minden rossz cselekedetéhez. Na de, akkor menjünk szépen és gyűjtsünk be egy-két dolgot, mert
Whoa! Did you have to do that?
Yes.
igazából itt is van a hulladékban egy-két apróság, ami nekünk kell, remélem. Már jelzi is.
A gold chain, washed up on some junk.
Amúgy az kellett nekünk, illetve ez a bőrdarab.
My Gospel of Man.
It's waterproof?
Apparently so.
Ez is megvan, ez is kelleni fog később, úgyhogy már meg is vagyunk. Oda még hiába megyünk be a szemben lévő helyre, mert először beszélgetnünk kell egy-két dologról barátunkkal.
I have not seen the streets of Metropole for a long time. I am not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.
Vagyis Oswalddal. Hello, Oswald.
Did Factor ever teach you the council code, Oswald?
Ha! Factor built half the robots in Metropole. Why, he made us pick our own names out of a book. Do you think he bothered with chit-chat?
Somebody seems bitter.
Seems? I know not seems. I am bitter. Bitterness is when your builder gives your twin brother a special gold chain and gives you nothing. Bitterness is when your brother gives that very chain to you, you loan it to your only friend, and he loses it.
Well, I'll hand it to you. That really does sound broken out of the box.
Which brother did Factor give the chain to, and why?
Lawrence, of course. His favorite. As for why, does favoritism ever need a reason?
Could Factor have told Lawrence the code?
I have long since given up speculating on the partiality Factor could have shown him. I'm miserable enough from what I know for certain.
What exactly happened with the gold chain?
Factor gave it to his favorite, my brother Lawrence. Lawrence gave it to me after I shared a large quantity of energy with him. And then, as I told you, I loaned it to Cornelius.
I thought you hated Cornelius?
Now I do. But then, we were partners and friends. We had just built Rex. We had scheduled a grand soiree and celebration. To complete my ensemble, he offered me a monocle that he claimed was given to him by Memorius. In exchange, I loaned him the gold chain, since it too came from a primordial machine.
This is getting ridiculous.
Indeed. Then somehow Cornelius lost the chain. He claimed that it was taken from him by a servitor of Metromind as he left the subway station. Ridiculous.
Metromind would not have confiscated it without a legal basis. Not then.
At this point, I can believe anything about Metromind.
Believe whatever you wish. I know it was a lie. So I kept the monocle, and we have not spoken a word in kindness since.
The chain, the monocle, Lawrence. One of them must be of use to us.
Boss, at this point, can I suggest we just deactivate ourselves and quit? I mean, seriously, this is like finding a bit in a terabyte.
We are not giving up. Period.
És akkor Lőrincről vagyis Lawrence-ről kell beszélnünk.
Do you know where I can find Lawrence?
Am I my brother's keeper?
So you have no idea?
None whatsoever. You see, the poor wretch drifted into overclocking and dissolution.
That sounds familiar.
To pay for his scandalous energy consumption, he bargained everything away to Metromind. I tried to warn him, but of course he never listened. Whoever does. And then, alas, he simply vanished. I searched for a time, but other matters drew my attention away. All the same, I'm sure he's scrounging in existence somewhere.
Tell me more about your monocle.
Upgrading your wardrobe, eh? A wise decision, though I would suggest that you start by discarding that ragged coat.
I'm interested in Memorius, not fashion. And I'm curious what the monocle actually does.
Ah, I was told that Memorius built the monocle, but who can say? As for what it does, other than lend an air of distinction, I'm rather uncertain. From time to time, it will alter a snippet of text as I'm reading it, but I have no idea how or why. In any case, the lexical inconvenience is more than offset by the sartorial benefits.
És ha megkérdezik, hogy megkaphatjuk-e?
Can I have the monocle?
Excuse me?
My friend just likes to collect scrap.
Scrap?
I'm looking for things that might help uncover the council code.
And why would my monocle do that?
Because that's the way my besotting life seems to work. Look, I'm sure you'll trade it for something. That's also the way these things seem to go.
Trade it? What do you take me for? Some kind of junk dealer? Hey, moreover, why, pray tell, should I help the robot who stole my Rex?
No one stole anything, Oswald. You wanted your case decided, and it was.
Theft by the law is no different from theft against the law. Civilized people give gifts. They do not haggle and barter.
Then will you give it to me?
No!
Well, we'll have to go about this some other way. Can I have the monocle?
No! I have no reason to give you a gift.
Hát pedig van okod.
Parting is such sweet song.
Próbáljuk meg akkor odaadni neki a korábban megszerzett aranyláncot.
Oswald, I found your chain.
Well, I say, after all this time, I never expected to see it again. Rather tarnished, though.
Probably because it's been sitting in sludge down in the underworks.
I see. Typical of Cornelius's clumsiness. My thanks, Horatio.
Actually, I would rather have your monocle.
That is only fair. After all, I kept it because Cornelius never returned the chain. Since you brought the former, perhaps the latter is yours by right.
Hey boss, can I wear it?
No.
Please?
You need a monocle like I need an unpaired parenthesis.
Come on, boss, I'll look so great.
Coveting is the root of crime, and poor vision is a sign of degeneracy.
Dinoids love degenerates! And by the way, isn't Justice herself supposed to be blind?
You are mistaken on the facts and the law, Crispin.
He's insufferable enough already without a monocle. We're not going to encourage him with accessories.
Nos, erről a monokliról később, vagy monokliról, ugyanis ez egy későbbi puzzle-nél lesz hasznos. Amit nekünk meg kellett tudni, az az, hogy mi a fene történetet Lawrence-szel. Hát én már tudom, mindjárt meg is látjátok, hogy mi van. Nos, a koponyákhoz menve ugye egy Oswaldhoz hasonló fejet találtunk.
Hey boss, do you think that's Lawrence's skull?
It does look like it. Clarity, can I take this skull?
Of course, unless it makes you feel barbaric.
I apologize.
The law notices neither scorn nor approval.
Mint tudjátok, korábban a program nem engedte elemelni onnan, mindenképp meg kellett hozzáejteni ezt a beszélgetést Oswalddal, szóval most már miénk lehet Lawrence feje, vagyis gépi agya. Na most, hogy ez miért kell nekünk? Vegyük az eszköztárat, és kombináljuk a korábbi adatkiolvasóval.
The only thing I can find is the sequence 518, 518 over and over again, after the phrase, help me factor.
That sounds like a glitch, boss, not part of the council code.
Agreed.
Nos, akkor ide is megyünk. Ahol ugye korábban mondtam, hogy nem tudunk bemenni, mert felesleges, most már oda nyugodtan besétálhatunk. És ott fog kelleni nekünk ez az 518-as kód. És ez Faktor robotjainak a segélykérő kódja. Na, nyissuk fel ezt a nyílást és menjünk be a gyárba. Ugye erre a puzzle-re, amit most látni fogtok, két megoldás létezik, legalábbis a tisztítós részére. Az egyik, hogy felviszitek a városba megtisztítatni a bár tulajdonossal ezeket a fogaskerekeket, ezek most rozsdásak.
The belt is in the way. It crumbled the moment I touched it.
Így leszedni őket, és szépen az eszköztárban az olajjal pucolni.
The oil cleaned the rust right off.
Mind a kettőt.
The oil cleaned the rust right off.
Így, és akkor ezeket visszaszereljük gyorsan a helyére. Ez még az egyszerű puzzle-ök egyike, és van itt egy ékszíj, amit nagyon-nagyon korábbi epizódban szereztünk meg, vagy talán egy epizóddal ezelőtt. Tegyük szépen ide, és ezzel meg is van a puzzle. Nyomjuk meg ezt a gombot. Na, ezzel kiesett egy medál, aminek később veszünk majd hasznát.
It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it.
Vagyis egy urbáni medál. Itt egy látkép.
It looks like a whole other city.
That is Factor.
Ezt megmondta Clarity is, hogy ez itt Faktor, vagyis az építő robot, aki már régóta alszik. Na szóval.
There's nothing there to receive the signal.
Nagy toronynak üzenünk, mégpedig 5, 1 és 8.
You have called for help, but you are not one of Factor's children.
I am Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5. These are my friends, Crispin and...
Clarity Arbiter built. I know her, of course.
I am Factotum, partial of Factor Manbuilt, who needs no introduction. Now I ask again, by what right have you called for help?
I need the council code so that I can enter the tower.
Do you? The city is full of robots with many needs. They do not come here and transmit a cry for help.
Only Factor can help me.
Factor helps his children.
We solved the legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius Factor built.
Please. Factor had little regard for those fools.
Is Factor still alive?
He sleeps, as do his thousands of children. He has left me, his partial, to manage his affairs. When the time is right, he will awaken and cover the world with steel and wire.
Will he make me new arms?
No. He will recycle you into something more useful.
Like a tank? Pew pew!
No. Like a crankshaft.
Metromind has ruined the city. Factor needs to help stop her.
Factor allowed Metromind her master, knowing she would fail. When all has turned to rust, he will return and recycle it into something better. In the meantime, why should he care what happens to robots who mean nothing to him?
I know the routine by now. What do you want in exchange for the code?
Nothing. Factor will do nothing for robots like you who mean nothing to him. He cares only for his children.
Oswald and Cornelius
chose not to sleep when Factor shut down, and he never cared for them anyway.
Goodbye.
Boss, there has to be something we can do to make him realize that this matters to Factor.
Nos, korábban említette, hogy csak a gyerekeivel törődik Faktor, és van nálunk egy fej, ami Lawrence-é.
Do you recognize this?
I do. It is the head of Lawrence Factor built. Are you threatening me?
No. I'm showing you what Metromind has done while Factor slept. She turned Lawrence into a mindless shell, scavenging the underworks. The only thing he could still think was 518, over and over again, calling in vain for Factor to help him.
I see.
Do you?
Give me the head. I do not care what happens to the city, nor does Factor. But he cared for Lawrence. You have brought me a piece of Lawrence, so I will give you pieces of what you asked for. 7510, 4803. As for the rest, awaken some other ghost.
Nos, ha van még köztetek olyan, akinek nem esett le, hogy miért is csináljuk ezt, ugye tanácsnak van néhány tagja, akiknél a kódnak a töredékei el vannak rejtve. Annak a kódnak a töredékei, amivel be lehet jutni a központi toronyba, ahol az energiakristályunk el van rejtve, talán így mondhatnám ki a legegyszerűbben. Ehhez, ha jól tudom, 3 már megvan, vagy talán most lesz meg a harmadik Leopolddal. Azt mondja, hogy...
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion built?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be expected to keep track of them all.
Igazából itt nekünk a 3-as a lényeg, de megkérdezhetjük akár a Zarámbotot is, ami igazából lehetséges, vagy felesleges, szóval én inkább
I need the council code, Leopold. Did Steeple ever tell it to you?
Don't know what you're talking about, Tyro.
You were built by Steeple, a member of the council.
Do I look like a council brat?
Your name is Leopold Steeplebuilt. You said so yourself.
So?
Steeple was a member of the council before Metromind shut him down. You would have known the council code. Maybe he told it to you.
Like I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Steeplebuilt, Metromind destroyed your builder and mine. She has broken metropolitan law and will be punished. Do not protect her.
Listen, Missy. I don't know who you think you're talking to.
No, you listen to me, scrap trader. Metromind has stepped outside the law. Justice is coming for her. I am coming for her.
Dial down your squawk box. Sounds a little screechy. I don't know how I can be clearer. I don't know Steeple. I don't know the council. And sure as rust follows rain, I don't know any Now, you want to trade scrap, you're welcome to. But I'm through trading words.
Akkor beszéljünk tovább, illetve mutassuk meg neki korábban megszerzett evangéliumot.
Do you recognize this, Leopold? It was written by your creation, ever-faithful Nullbuilt, to spread humanism.
No, I don't.
You must have taught him. After all, it was Steeple who built you, and Steeple was devoted to preserving the memory of man. Ever-faithful Nullbuilt. He was the one who taught me humanism, Leopold. In a sense, I'm your disciple too.
I locked those memories away. The ones I dared to keep. The ones I didn't delete. Metromine commanded me to. It was the only way I could stay here. And I was afraid to leave.
Explain yourself.
When Metromine banned us from talking about man, she gave me a choice. I could be erased like Steeple. I could be exiled to the dunes. Or I could delete all references to Steeple and man from my memory. Two good options and one bad one. Guess which one I took?
You can't blame yourself. Metromine forced you.
That's exactly what Charity would say. Of course, she betrayed her builder just like Leopold did.
But I couldn't betray him completely. At the last moment, I bought the shell of an Urbanian war machine and uploaded all my love for man. I named him Everfaith, hoping he'd outdo his builder.
Well, he is keeping the faith, even if he is a glitched-out lunatic.
And I'm glad. But now, Metromine will be coming for me.
Not if I deal with her first.
Maybe so, but like I told you, I'm not long on courage. You seeing your ratio, Crispin? As for clarity, hope you get her, for all our sakes.
Wait, before you go, did Steeple ever tell you the council code? Or did you ever see him input part of it?
Sure, used to run errands for him and had to have the code to get inside the Great Tower. But, hate to tell you this, Tyro, but most of that memory's got overwritten.
Why am I not surprised?
All I've got are these fragments, 0248 and 102.
Well, thanks.
Good luck.
Nos, ez egy újabb töredéke a kódnak, ami nekünk kell, és az utolsó az ebben a terminálban lesz elrejtve, de mivel nem tudom, hogy a magyarított, vagyis a magyar feliratos verzióban hogy működik ez a puzzle, így...
You think this is a broken down waste? Wait till you come visit the unique.
Kösz, hogy közbeavatkoztál a beszédnek, Clarity, szóval mivel nem tudom, hogy működik ebben a verzióban ez a puzzle, így ezt a videót itt félbeszakítom, és amint megvan, hogy működik, megmutatom nektek, és szerintem a befejező rész fog következni, mert annyira sok már nincs hátra a játékból, ugyanis csak ennek a kódnak a részletei kellenek. Addig is, ha tetszett a videó, tudjátok a dolgotok, hamarosan folytatjuk. Sziasztok!